Welcome back to the Author's Corner. For my first sit-down interview, I wanted to interview an old friend of mine. Her name is LaShonda Hoffman. You all know her as the founder of SORMAC Magazine, a reviewing magazine which helps authors get elevated through promotion. About 13 years ago, LaShonda, her mother, and myself all formed a small writers guild in which we used to encourage each other. Well, she's still doing the exact same thing with SORMAC Magazine, and 13 years later, despite life, she has continued on. Here's the interview. Hopefully, all the noise is gone. All right. Well, first I want to congratulate you on starting and having a successful run with SORMAC Magazine. It's still doing great today. Can you tell everybody how and when it got started?
SORMAC was an idea for me to say thank you to the romance writers that I used to just read. And I wanted a way to be able to interview them, do book reviews, and promote their books. And so that's how I started it. And I actually, to be honest, did not believe that it was gonna go for 11 years. I thought I'd be on for 1 year and go on by my business.
Right.
But it blew up faster to me than I expected.
Right.
But it has been a blessing. I have met many wonderful writers. I have learned so much about the business. And it's became a dream that I didn't even know I had.
Okay. Well, what kind of services does SORMAC provide?
Well, free services. We do interviews with authors. We do book reviews, articles, and then for our paid, we do paid advertisement, which is e-blast, and we do like book promotions, information about if you're having book signings and things like that. So it just depends on what your budget is. We usually try to work with you.
Okay.
Put something together.
That's excellent, excellent. So how many authors do you think offhand or that you can keep track of that you've worked with?
Wow, 11 years, a lot. When I first started, I probably did, when I first started, it was online and it was on the website and it was every other month, bi-monthly.
Okay.
And I probably interviewed like 12 authors every other month. Now I'm down to, I interview 8 authors a month, and then I do like 4 or 5 blog tours, so it's, like 5 or 6 extra authors thrown in there. So it's over hundreds of authors. I can't even start to name any of them. So many.
I understand that. Well, since you work with so many authors, I do need to ask, are you working on a book yourself?
Yes, I am. That was my dream before SORMAC, was to become a published author. And for those who know that are aspiring, it's not as simple as that. You write a book and then you're going to be published. Take years and years. And but I'm still working at it. Right now I'm working in a different genre. I started off writing romance. Then I went to Christian fiction. And now I am writing young adult, which is really interesting because I have created a whole world and I'm just making up all kind of stuff. So that's fun. And I say if you're going to write something that's fun. So you like to do it every day versus just writing it just to get paid. A lot of people start off writing just to get paid and then they find out they don't get money. Not a lot of money anyway. So you have to do it because you love it, because there's no chance that you're going to get paid. And I've been writing since I was 16. I decided I wanted to be a writer. But I didn't get serious until 1999. And I decided this is it, I'm going to try it. But it's been a struggle because you learn something every day. And I can say that the time that I have not been published I've been in a university is what I call it. Learning this business, learning what it takes to be a good writer, what it takes to promote. And I'm thankful that I haven't gotten published because I wasn't ready. And I know now that I'm ready, but back then I wasn't ready. I had not a clue. I thought I was going to be a bestseller.
Oh, we all were there at that point.
Times, you know, I was going to hit it, and I was going to be making movies, and, you know, everybody's dream. But reality hit me in the face, and it doesn't go like that. You know, some people are blessed that it does, but most times you're lucky if you get one book published, you know. So my dream is to be a writer who is published multiple times. So I'm waiting patiently for God to let it happen when He says it happens, instead of LaShonda.
All right, go ahead.
Okay. Thank you, HD, because it's nice to see somebody that you know who's struggling make it, and that, you know, that gives you hope and encouragement that one day it can happen for you. You know, everybody's seasons is different times, and it took me a long time to learn that one. That my season isn't somebody else's season, you know, and I put my writing back because I did do the magazine. I thought, well, okay, maybe this is my writing, the magazine, you know, but the people kept calling me in my head, you know, come write about me, tell my stories, you know, and finally, you know, after 5 years, I realized, LaShonda, writing is in your soul. You have to write. If you never get published, at least you can say you wrote your book. Exactly. You know, and so that's my dream, is to finish the book, because for years I wrote one book. A long, probably about 10 years, and I would not recommend that to anybody, but I was just writing fun. It wasn't serious. I never thought it was going to get published, so I just was playing with it, as I call it. But when I decided, hey, this is really what I wanted to do, and then I realized I need to write more books. I need to put them in the closet, so when it's my turn, I have some books. So I recommend that. Write, finish 4 or 5 books, so when it's your turn, you won't be a one-hit wonder.
Well, you mentioned writing for fun, and see, that's the thing, that's what it's all about. If you love doing it, you know, the fun part as opposed to getting paid,
right?
You know, if you love it and you keep at it, you know it's going to happen for you.
Well, I hope so. I've seen a lot of my friends get published, so I just keep hope alive.
it will definitely stay alive for you, I do promise you that. Speaking of which, we both have a past.
A good past.
Yeah, me, you, and your mama have a past. Yeah, it is a good past, so look, I'm going to turn this camera around for a second. Am I right? All right. Don't be coming around looking for some scandalous past between me and LaShonda. Me, her, and her mama just started the Writers Club together. That's all we did.
Right.
You know, so because of that past, you know, we started a group called the St. Louis Creative Black Writers Guild. And this was back when we all were in college. Has that influenced you in any way?
Oh my goodness, it was a learning experience. For first, it was the first of many groups that I've started, and it helped me be an organized person. It helped me meet other writers, which what you need sometimes is to talk to somebody who understands the writing business, who understands the people calling you in your head, you know. And Henry was a blessing, because he was so enthusiastic, and I just loved that. And I would come to our meeting on Friday, hype, we gonna get published, we ready. Yeah.
You breaking the rules. You ain't supposed to make the guy interviewing you blush. You ain't supposed to be doing that. Show me, make me blush, people.
And he was so excited about it. It made me excited. And we would come in here with our love meeting, our plans. We were ready, and we would get excited, and we would bring all these new people in, and they'd be excited, and you know. And we met a lot of people, and we were discussing off camera about a man that told us about self-publishing, and at the time being published meant getting a big company, you know, backing you up. And we were like, nobody want to get self-published, man, crazy. But he had told us, and I wish now that I listened to him then, but he told us to get $3,000 together.
Yep.
And publish take one person's book and publish it, and that money you make off of that, publish the next person's book. Did we listen?
No.
We probably would be published if we listened to him, because $3,000 is nothing now. You think about it, you go, oh man, all of us could have put in a couple of, you know, it was like 10 of us, so we could have did it, you know. But it was a learning experience, because, you know, it was exciting to be on the fresh path of writing and meeting new people who were excited about writing. We had poetry writers, and we had suspense writers, and we had all kinds of different writers. So it was really nice. And then the world of love came into it, and I got married and moved on. And Henry moved on, and we moved on, and we kind of let the writers group go on. But it was always in the back of my head that one of us is gonna make it.
Right.
So it was nice to see Henry out there, and I was like, oh my God, he made it, yes. So it's exciting, and you know what he did? He self-published. But he has good books out there, and I'm one of his supporters, and so that makes it good.
Thank you. I want to go off the record. Am I good?
Yes.
All right. I want to go off the record to say, if Mr. Peoples is out there and he slaps any of us on the back of the head, I ain't mad at him.
Right.
But we should have listened the first time.
We're sorry.
We're very sorry. I never would have slapped me in the back of the head like I told you.
Well, you end up listening, It took a while, but you have to learn, and I think that's the thing. You have to learn from your mistakes and from advice that other people give you, And you want to do something. You were saying you want to do your own publishing business, so his advice helped because you want to go to that point. So that's good.
I'm telling you, I mean, he probably mad at us now. Like, I told you so.
Well, when one day you have a book signing and you'll see it. They're Mr. People, and we go, hey! Thank you for putting the ideal in our heads way in the back.
Now, if you see the show, we all getting slapped in the back of the head. I hope you know that.
But it's about planting the seed. And
right.
He planted the seed about being published. So it was exciting to see somebody with a book that there was their own, So that was exciting. And I think that pushes you forward because you know that the dream is real. It can happen for you. So.
Well, I want to revert this back to you now.
Okay.
You done made me blush all over the place. I'm going to just say this. You're a superwoman in the literary world.
Oh, well, thank you.
And much like most of the superwomen I've interviewed over the past, you're a wife, you're a mother, you have a career along with managing SORMAC, and you're writing a book. Please, how do you keep it all together?
Who says I keep it all together? Cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. It's hard. It's really hard. But I try to stay really organized with SORMAC because I want to keep it professional. And, I got my little calendar and I try to put everything in there. That keeps my sanity because if I just went on LaShonda, nobody would get anything done, So I try to stay professional with SORMAC because that's the image that I promote, and I want to keep it that way. And I respect the artists that I promote, so I try to keep that professional. On my regular life, I'm crazy. My kids drive me crazy. I wonder sometimes, why am I doing this? Why am I sitting up for hours writing? I'm never going to get published. It's never going to happen, but I believe in dreams, and I tell my kids that, to believe in your dreams and do something that makes you happy. And if I didn't have SORMAC, I don't know what life would be like, because I started SORMAC on a whim, and I never dreamed that it would make a big difference in my life, that it would change my whole life around. So do something that makes you happy, and you'll get a little organized. You'll be cuckoo sometimes, but I love it, and I wouldn't change 1 minute other than not being published, but it'll happen because I know that I'm getting better, I'm learning, and one day somebody's gonna say, hey, we like this. Or if not, then I'm gonna be like Henry and publish my own book. Hey, stepping out for LaShonda.
Listen, I got your back whenever you're ready for that. I got your back.
Okay.
So, guess what? I put you and me on the spot. I'm about to put your mama, Miss Brenda Turner. Please forgive me, Miss Turner. I'm sorry. But how's she doing?
My mom, she had a few issues. She is, she's a diabetic, and her kidneys failed on her, and so she went on the kidney machine. And it was touch and go for a long time.
Sorry to hear that, by the way.
For a long time, we've had some issues, and she moved in with me for like 6 years, and I was her caregiver, and all the other stuff that went around with, which was wild, crazy a little bit. But that's your mama, so you gotta take care of her.
Right.
And then she's doing wonderful though. My youngest sister has her now. She's staying with her. And she has been blessed because she's been there 2 years and she has not been in the hospital, has not had any issues, praise God, and she's doing a lot better and she's happy. So And she's reading again because she has stopped reading, and I miss my reading buddy. But she's reading again. She's thinking about she wants a Kindle for her birthday, so I know things are changing. She's like,
somebody can get in trouble. They don't get her no Kindle. I'll come at you myself.
She's like, I'm getting a Kindle for my birthday. Now she's buying it for herself. That's her present.
Oh, she buying it for herself.
Yeah, she's already said it. She's putting her Bible on there and any other book she wants. So she's doing really good. She hasn't written anything. We wrote a historical together, and I told her I really would like to get it published because so she can, you know, see her name in print too. So I don't think she'll do any more writing now, but it'd be nice to see that in print form.
Yeah, I mean, really wanted to do some writing again. I miss her. Definitely tell her I said hi.
I will. She asks about you all the time when I talk about you online. Henry's online. Tell her I say hi.
Oh, definitely. I would love to talk to her again. I have read your website. It's great, by the way.
Thank you.
I do have a personal question, though.
Okay.
Why do you no longer do erotica?
Oh man, that was a big fight with a lot of people, and I lost a lot of friends over that one. But it wasn't because I dislike erotica. It was mainly because of the covers. The covers were getting outrageous. And I started sending out e-blasts, and I was getting a lot of complaints. I don't like this, I don't like that. And then I have a daughter that reads, and so I had to decide if I wanted to represent, you know, stuff to her. You know, I read romance, and romance could get a little wild, but the covers didn't look like, you know, butt-naked women all the time. And
right.
It had got to that point, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna have to say no. And it was hard because that's a lot of money. Everybody went to erotica, and if it was all about money, I would have stayed with it. No, it was about my morals and what I wanted to represent with SORMAG. And when I first started, we didn't do erotica, and so I had to go back to what I did originally. I went to erotica because a few of my friends wrote, and I just wanted to help them out, promote them. But when it started getting really raunchy, and the covers, I don't know what's in between the pages, but the covers were just outrageous. And you know, when you open up a website, that if somebody's at work opening up my website, I want them to be able to open it and not have a problem with their job. You know, and I want, if their child popped by their laptop, they wouldn't be embarrassed about it, you know. So I had to decide that if I wanted to continue or not, and so I said no and started a fight with everybody.
Hold on one second. My next question is, what genres do you accept?
We do romance, mainstream, non-fiction, literary, suspense. Everything but erotica. That's about the only thing we do. We do some urban, you know, it just depends on the cover. I try not to get too wild because, like I said, it's, you know, when you're at work and you're looking at a site, you can't pull it up. You know, people not going to come back. If they can't open your site without, you know, feeling afraid that they're going to get fired, then I have to think about that. And do I want the person to come back to my site? And that's the whole thing about websites. You want them to continue to come back.
I really enjoyed the interview, and also be on the lookout for new things going on with me jointly with SORMAG here coming soon. Now, as promised, I'm going to give you a few outtakes before we go to bed. Part of my trip here, on my way home to St. Louis to film The Author's Corner. This is one of the outtakes we're taking. In 3, 2, 1. Say hi, Skylar. We're here at the bus station in Joplin, waiting for our connecting route to St. Louis. We got a layover. The time is currently, according to my phone, 3:40. Yeah, we still got quite a while to be here. So,
yeah, all week. Yeah, you take me with that my wig because my hair's coming back up.
alright, I won't put
you got to sleep here tonight.
For now, I just shoot everybody else. Where you going, Skylar?